So Cole, obviously you had off-season surgery procedure. How'd that affect you? Are you better now? Missing the spring, was that a problem for you? Or could you learn by watching?
Yeah. So it was a shoulder. I got a labrum repair. Something that I dealt with throughout the season. I had to wear that brace. I felt like the brace was kind of restricting me a little bit within the catching game. So, I thought it was a good time to kind of get the repair. But, yeah, missing the spring was tough. I mean, sitting on the sidelines is never fun. I felt like I wanted to be out there, competing with all the guys. But got a lot of mental reps, I got a lot of lower body strength. I was able to do a lot of lower body stuff as far as flexibility, strength. So, I kind of use that as a stepping stone to the lower body strength and just getting better mental reps and just trying to stay involved.
Better now?
Yeah, a lot better now. Yeah, shout out to Vince, Kelly, Zach, that staff. They did a great job helping me get back, and I feel a lot better and I feel strong.
You talked about lower body strength and flexibility last year as areas you wanted to improve.
Yep.
Better there, and how's that help? What's that do for you?
Yeah, I mean, tight end, you got to be able to be involved in the run game. I think I've said it a couple of times, but I never want to be taken out in any situations. I want to be able to do every situation that I can. So the more lower body strength I have, the lower I play, the more involved I can be in the run game. So that's kind of been a huge factor for me. And being a tall guy, that's usually a fault for a lot of them. It's just, you got long legs, you're not as strong, you don't play as low. So that's been a huge factor for me and something that I've been trying to work on all off season.
So last year, did the injury affect you more blocking or extending to catch the ball?
Yeah, I would say extending to catch the ball more. It's one of those things, you didn't have to get done, but the timing was kind of right. Going into next off season definitely wouldn't be the right timing since it is my last season here. So it was just a timing thing, and it was something that, like a confidence thing as well. I mean, when you have an injury, there's always a little less confidence there going across the middle. Maybe I'm going to get hit on this shoulder. Maybe I can't reach as high. So it was a confidence thing and a decision that I didn't, make overnight. I thought about it for a long time, and in the end, you can't really live with any regrets. So it's something that I did, and I'm glad that I did moving forward.
When you get back out there, you don't have to play with a brace. You feel at your peak.
Yeah, exactly. I feel 100%. I feel like going into this season, I feel strong as far as like my shoulder and everything, and I feel good going forward.
Based on that situation, how would you personally evaluate last season for you individually, and then do you have any goals in mind for this year?
I think obviously last season was a good season, but it was a first season here, first season with Garrett and Nico as quarterback. So I think, off season you can build another camp in the books with them will be a big thing for me. As far as goals, team goals, Big 12 championship's the first goal that we want. I think that's the biggest thing, and I'll do anything the team needs me to do to get to that goal. And then personal goal, the John Mackey Award, which is the best tight end in the nation. I think that's kind of in the back of my mind at all times. Numbers-wise, I think 50-plus catches would be a good number. And then obviously the team goals go first, but those are kind of the personal goals.
What was kind of a weird thing, but you're one of the players in the team who's not in the NCAA video game.
Yeah.
This has come up, I'm guessing, huh?
Yeah, so that was not by choice. I don't know really what happened in the selection process or anything. I opted in or whatever, and then I got an email saying that I was not selected. So it was not by choice, but I think our guys are pushing to kind of get it fixed, and hopefully within next roster updates I'll be in.
So you did opt into it?
Yeah, I opted in and wanted to be in, and still want to be in, but
Yeah.
I hope that they can get that fixed, and hopefully the next update or something. But yeah, I've gotten that question quite a bit.
I'm sorry, but how did it come up? Did you turn on and look at it and wait a minute, where's 87? Or
A lot of people let me know before I even knew. So a little disappointing. I mean, it's something you kind of want to do and be in your whole life growing up playing NCAA, and to not be in it's a little disappointing. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, and hopefully they get it fixed when it gets fixed.
You said they emailed you to tell you didn't.
Yeah, I got some sort of email that was like, we reviewed your submission or whatever. For some reason you weren't selected. I don't know, and that's all I got. And there was like an email back. I emailed them back, never heard anything. So I think our guys are pushing to get that fixed.
Kind of amazing that you could play the whole season hurt, but you can't play in the electronic.
Yeah, no doubt. But no, hopefully they get that fixed, and that'd be really cool to see myself in that game. And it's cool to see the other guys in the game and everything. And I'm really happy for everyone that got in the game. And yeah, like I said, I hope they get that fixed.
One more on this, and I'll let it go, I promise. But like, you're not the only one on the team. Was it like King Corey's not in there? There's a couple other guys. Similar situations. Did they not opt in? Do you even know?
I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone else. I mean, a bunch of people have asked me why I wasn't in it, and I didn't really have an answer for them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's just quick little like fixes that they can make. I mean, it's a huge game and a lot of people playing it and kind of high stakes. I'm sure there were a couple mistakes made, but it's not the end of the world, honestly.
Did you hear that from any other players around the country, just texting with them like, hey, this happened to me, like, and then they're like, oh,
yeah, I've seen a couple things that were like the rosters weren't fully uploaded or whatever, so yeah, just hope it gets fixed.
Didn't they just do an update like the other
Yeah,
day?
they just did an update. I don't know if there were rosters that were updated, but
So you don't know if you got in on that?
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I don't have the game or anything, so.
Okay.
But yeah, no, hopefully it's fixed here soon.
Do you take a financial hit with that? That you don't get?
I think that there was some compensation with that, but I don't think it was anything crazy. So
Use another lawsuit or
yeah,
something.
no doubt. Sure, they got enough on their plate.
Kole, the Mackey watchlist just
Yep.
came out. You're on it, so
Okay.
just how does that feel? If that's one of
Yeah.
your goals that they at least see.
I knew it was coming out today. I checked actually just prior to that, so it's good news to hear that I'm on the watch list. Now that you kind of got the watch list, it's down to what I can do on the field, how I perform week in and week out, and I know that having that's just kind of even a bigger target on my back. But that just makes you raise your play, and week in and week out, you got to be at your best, and to be able to be the best tight end in the nation, you got to be the best every week. So I think that's kind of the mindset going in.
Was year 2 with Nico and Garrett different than year 1?
Yeah, it's a lot different. I'm living with Garrett now, so that's been really good. We actually went down to Mobile. We had like a 4-day break before camp. We went down to Mobile and worked out with his quarterback coach. Did a great job down there. And so it's just a connection thing. It's a trust thing. There's a lot of throws last camp that he might not be making, and he's making them this camp. And just a trust thing, knowing that I'm going to be there and can be reliable. And it's more trust for him than it is for me. I'm going to keep doing the same thing, but as long as he trusts me, he's going to try to get me the ball more.
Cole, maybe it's because you guys live together, but when you hear about quarterbacks bringing receivers to train all the time in the offseason, why'd you bring you?
So it actually worked out pretty good. My dad has a retirement place down there in Dolphin Island, which is like 30 minutes. So it kind of was like, I might go down there. You have your quarterback coach down there. So it just worked out really good.
So hookup.
Yeah.
Hookup, right?
Yeah, we got a hookup down there. And no, it was a great 3 or 4 days of training, relaxing and just building trust. That's the biggest thing is he trusts me to go make a play when the ball's in the air. And that's all I can ask for.
Put anybody on the spot here. I know he's in the room, but just give me your thoughts on Trotter. What has he done on the other side of the ball that impresses you? I know you've been other places. You're at LSU. What's he bring to the table?
Trotter's an unbelievable player. He'll talk his talk too, which is good for me. It fires me up. But no, he's going to be a huge asset to our defense. It was super unfortunate what happened to him last year. But I know he's using that as fuel, and I know that he's one of the guys that highest iPad hours for film. He's in here all the time getting extra work. So, he's going to do really good for our defense, kind of be a leader on that defense side. And I think our defense is doing a great job overall, just in camp. I think that, our secondary's improved a ton. Our D-line's kind of stepping up. So I think we're gonna have a lot better defense this year for sure.
Pretty rare for a young guy to have that kind of a high IQ and acumen for football, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's just him asserting himself and truly getting on the whiteboard and in the iPad and really just learning and soaking it all up.
Was there a certain point last year when the shoulder was giving you maybe more trouble than at the beginning of the season, or was it something?
Yeah, so it was at the Cincinnati game where I did a split flow. It was kind of a weird little play. I split flowed across, and then it kind of pulled and it popped out. and that was when I started wearing the brace. And then so kind of there, moving forward, the brace gave a lot of support, and I was able to play with it. But like I said, it was kind of a restrictive brace, so I didn't feel like I could reach as high, and it was just a confidence thing in the end.
How bad was the day after?
Yeah, the day after is always rough, but when you have something serious, it's a little extra. You got to get in early, get that treatment and everything. But this sport's rough, and if you're not ahead on doing your body maintenance and everything, and you're so far behind.
What's the improvement level for Garrett? I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about your roomie, but better, worse? Where's he at now?
He's definitely not worse. Garrett's taken a huge role as far as leadership-wise. I think last year going into camp, it was up in the air who was going to start for us. This year, he's truly a leader. He's doing a lot better. I mean, he's making a lot of plays that, he wasn't making last year. He's having trust in the receivers. Like, we had young receivers last year. I was new, and I don't think he had the trust that he has this year. So I think it helps him out a lot knowing that he can throw the ball to us, and we'll come down with it. And he's done a great job. I mean, it's hard to see in practice just because what he does so well is break tackles and make people miss, and defense isn't allowed to hit him, so they think they make the tackle every time on him. But he's done a great job, and he's been a great leader and just kind of bringing everyone along with him.
Well, how much work do you guys get done on red zone, and do you see differences that are starting to materialize there?
I think red zone's somewhere that I would like to be more involved with, and I need to kind of be better in. And I think that we've done a great job. We've really emphasized it this camp. I think that statistically we weren't the best necessarily in the red zone. We scored a lot of points, but we weren't the best at scoring touchdowns. We were getting a lot of field goals. So red zone's been a huge emphasis this camp, and I think that we should be a lot better this season.
When you say get better, does that mean just catch a lot of touchdowns, blocking, being able to play different positions, motion? What goes into that?
For me, it's just knowing my role and understanding where I am within the offense. And then, I think that I'm at a point where I've asserted myself in the offense well enough to be able to ask the coaches, like, why am I not getting a touch here in the offense or in the red zone? Why am I, not kind of involved in this play? And they'll give me a straight up answer. But just getting more involved and being able to make contested catches and, the high balls and everything, because I am 6'7", so that's kind of where I should be able to make a lot of plays.
And then maybe related, maybe not, but last year you were pretty much the biggest guy, you and Devin. This year, this company, Jaden's big, Justin's big, because I think even the returning guys are bigger too. Maybe in the red zone, maybe anywhere in the field. Do you sense the size is just a difference maker at the receiving positions? Yeah,
Jaden Bray's done a great job in the red zone. Justin Robinson, those two new guys have came in and really just asserted themselves within the offense and thrown themselves into it. I think that we got a better red zone plan going forward, and I think that, like I said, hopefully we can come out with a lot more touchdowns rather than field goals. I think that's always the goal, and the mindset going into the red zone is a touchdown, not a field goal. But we still obviously have one of the best O-lines, if not the best O-line in the country, so we're going to still try to run the ball in the red zone as well. No, you're good.
You talk a lot about you working with Green and another year of development with him. What's it been like this year and the differences of working with Neil Brown, Coach Brown, based on last year? It was pretty open, both you and him talking about that having you was a little different than what he's used to having, a big body, pass catching tight end, and he made the open by birth comment. So how has that relationship developed, and maybe could even make you and him better together this year?
Yeah, I think it's I built a lot of trust with him, and he's obviously built his trust with me. So we can have open conversations, and I can ask him questions that maybe I wasn't asking last year. For example, like why I'm not getting the ball, just things like that. Not anything greedy or anything, but just like simple questions that I have the respect for him and he has the respect for me, that we can have an open conversation and truly like get to the bottom of something. And then just, I think he, like I said, he just trusts me a little more. I hope that he calls more plays to get me the ball. I mean, it's out of my hands. But I always just try to do what I can within the play, just do my job, and then whatever play call is called is called. And, if it's for me, then great, I'll go make a play. And if not, I'll do my best to get someone else open or, make the block to spring the big run.
You sound like you expect to catch 50 balls.
That's the hope. I mean, if you don't have goals, then what are you really working for? So I mean, that's in the back of my mind. I'm not gonna week in and week out be like a numbers guy. Like I only got 3 catches this week. I got to reach my goal of 50. No, like I'm gonna try to do anything I can to help the team win. And but that's just a personal goal. And if that doesn't get achieved and we win a bunch of games, then I really do not care, honestly.
Young tight ends. What do you think of the
Yeah.
guys behind you?
We got a new one, Greg Generos. He's done a great job. He's come in. He plays fast. He plays really fast, and I think that, and he plays big. I think it's hard for defenses. And then Traylin's obviously so solid. He's done a great job for his 4 years here. Will Dixon's done a really good job. He had a couple mental issues, like just with the playbook. I mean, it's hard learning a new playbook. And his first couple of years, he was a little behind. And this year, I think he's really got it. So he's able to play fast and free, and he's done an incredible job. Noah and Jack, they've both taken huge steps this camp, and Jack came in early enrolled, and he did a great job in the spring while I was out. He's playing that wide position in 12, and he's really taken a lot of steps. And then, like I said, Noah's done a really good job. He's just kind of finding his role. He's going to try to do a lot of special teams this year, hopefully get on the field for a little bit, and then we have Colin McBee playing a little fullback, so we have some stuff going in with some fullback stuff. So everyone in the tight, we're probably the deepest room, one of the deepest rooms I've ever been a part of. So I'm really excited about the room, and I think we got a great opportunity to get a lot of guys playing.
In the red zone, which one is more important for a player built like you? Being able to go up and catch that ball, get the high ball, or being physical, being able to create a little bit of space,
Yeah.
get in that seam?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. You got to know when to do what. Backline stuff, getting the high balls is really good. Go and get it off the goalpost, and then all that frontline stuff, you got to be physical, box out, try to get in front of someone, and create space. So it's just knowing when to do what.
Okay, anything else for Cole? All right, thank you very much.